acknowledge them. We walk past them. We push them away. We even get aggravated because they're even asking us for help. See, how the rich man acknowledged Lazarus' need, it may have brought out something in him that he needed. What he wanted to do in death, he actually could have done in life. See, when he died, he wanted God to send Lazarus back so he could witness to his brothers, so that he could save them from the same torment that he was now experiencing. But had he answered the problem that Lazarus had, it may have answered the problem that he had. See, God's plans are like throwing a coin into a pond. Once the coin is tossed, we no longer see it, but we do see the ripple effects of the coin hitting the surface. See, the ripples go further beyond where the coin hit, and they extend out into the world. But we never truly know the effect of our actions. See, many of us are allowing the things that bother us to push us away from a place of destiny.
Yes, God.
See, many of us have a coworker that gets on our nerves. They come to work with an attitude, but we avoid them because we don't want to deal with what they're going through. But what we don't realize is that person is dealing with something. What we don't realize is that person may have the ear of your employer. That person may be the breakthrough to the promotion that you're looking for. That person needs the anointing in your life. Your lips, the words out of your mouth, out of your lips could be what breaks the yoke off of their life. But instead of addressing the situation, we avoid it. So today I want to put on trial the Lazarus in your own life. What in your life has God placed in your way that aggravates you, that you daily advert from? You daily move around it. You don't collide with it. You make sure that you miss it. You make sure that you go around it. There's something that you're dealing with constantly that God has placed there to push you into a place where he desires you to be. And you dealing with someone else's problems, when you're dealing with someone else's issue, there's a release for you. So today I want us to all look at our lives and consider those things that are affecting us. Those things that we naturally don't want to deal with, but have become issues for us, even though they're someone else's issues. Because in us dealing with that, not only will they receive a blessing, not only will they be released, but you too will be released. This week I was on Facebook, and I'm just going to share the story with you, and I'm going to sit down. I often don't post things, but I came across a video that I had to repost, and if anybody follows me, I urge you to go and watch it. But a group of I think it was 2 or 3 men, they were doing a social experiment, and what they did was they set up a video camera to watch a homeless man who was sitting on the curb. They pulled their car up and parked in front of him, and where he was sitting was a line of tolls to pay in order to park. And when the gentleman parked, he jumped out of his car, he ran down the street, and the homeless man tried to stop him to let him know that he hadn't paid the toll. But the man kept running and ignored him. And the guy sit there and looked bewildered. And so what he did was he took a few coins out of his own little bucket that he had to collect money that he was begging for. He took coins, and there was not much in there. He took a coin and he put it in the toll to pay for the guy's parking. And they sat there and watched the guy for 2 hours, and every time the toll would elapse, he would take another coin out of his bucket and pay for the parking. And after a while, I think the guys watched him for about 2 hours. The guy ran up to the guy, and he told him that he had been watching him for 2 hours, and that he had to fight back the tears because he took out of what he had, which was very little, to help someone else. And he asked the guy, he said, "What would make you help me when I have everything that you need?" And the guy said, "I've been through too much in my life not to help. Times have been too hard for me not to help someone else." And he talked to the brother for a couple of moments, and he said, "You know what? Because of the way you have affected me. He went into his pocket and began to count money, and he was sounded like several bills that he peeled off, and he gave the gentleman his money, and the guy was just dumbfounded. He couldn't believe that the guy was giving him this money. He even asked him, "Are you sure you want to give me this?" And he said, "Yeah, I want to help you because I sat there and watched you, and you blessed me. Something in what because of what you did, something in me has changed." And the gentleman said, "Thank you. This is the most money that anybody has ever given me." And he told the guy, go eat, go find yourself to sleep, do something with this money. And I believe today that that same effect that the bum had on the man is the same effect that we can have out in the world if we stop avoiding people and we deal with their problems. We must be sensitive not only to their
Teach,
problems,
Kendall.
but
Teach.
sensitive in the spirit to hear what the Lord is telling us to do, what the Lord is telling us to say. See, there is a word in you that someone needs. There is an action in you that someone needs in order to see God. Everyone's not going to come into the church.
Right.
Everyone is not going to experience God here. But because we are of God, because God is in us, wherever we go, God is. So there should be a shift
Yes, sir.
in any place that we go because of the anointing in us. So today, I beg you today to consider the Lazarus in your life and consider what you need to do to shift their life so that they see God. Thank you.
Amen. Amen.